Hi guys and gals, it's Pete, Mindwiseman's channel, aka Maverick Outdoors, and today's Sunday the 26th of August 2012, and I'm out on a jaunt just for an overnighter on one of my bug out islands. There's a little island over there, but we're going to go around and go further up that direction. Okay, there's been quite a bit of traffic on the River Thames today. Obviously the sun's come out, we've had a little bit of wet weather sort of randomly over this past week, so it's not far to go now. As I say, the weather's been a bit inclement really over the past week or so, so I've just come out for an overnight, or I was hoping to do about 3 nights actually, but a few things cropped up where I wasn't able to, so but anyway, that's a good sign. Dog's full of beans, chewing a stick as soon as we moor up on the island. So I've just tethered up on this branch, long bungee, down to the handle. And in the back, in that green bag, is the inflatable pump and a couple of other bits and pieces, knee pads, gaiters, little green bag, cook kit. Just a little bit of water, just in case I wasn't going to procure any. And then this end, just there, shelter kit, ground sheet, tarp for the fire pit and tarp for living space, food, and in the dry bag, sleep kit, softy trousers, softy jacket, 2-season tropical army sleeping bag, and a new inflatable mattress, which I'll give you a wrecking spec on in a little while. Hello doggy. Okay, so I've arrived on my pitch and I'm going to get the tarp sorted. I've just brought with me today a 3 metre by 2 metre simple poly tarp, you know, old cheapo, so just fancied using that for a change today. And I might be able to get away without putting a shelter over the fire pit, because I think the rain's going to hold off until tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to get sorted, get some firewood, so it's going to take me about sort of half hour, an hour to get all bashed up, and I'll catch you in a little while. Okay, so I've set up the basher, simple poly tarp, hooked it over the cord which I'd mounted last time, bungee obviously looped up, so I've got standing space underneath it, similar to previous setup, but it's just a poly tarp. It's got a little bit more tautness on it, which I'm quite happy with. Front left corner, front right corner bungeed, and rear 2 corners, slight gradient sort of coming down, obviously fall that way, fall this way and fall the other way because the apex is in the middle, but there's more surface area to take the water off the back if it does rain. Bungeed there with a stick that I've had here for a while, but this time what I did, I just chamfered that down, whittled that down a bit so it came through the hole, because the previous tarp or the one that I've used last time has obviously got a loop which is about as big as that, so of course that would thread through it. So I just tapered that down and a bit of paracord going into metal peg. So again, same as last time, but I thought I'd just show you it anyway. And because this poly tarp is a little bit bigger than the other more lightweight one that I use, virtually the ground sheet can actually be all spread out. It's supposed to be a clear night tonight, so hopefully sort of sun's setting up there, a little bit of brightness waving around. So hopefully have a dry night, but it's predicted to rain tomorrow. So if I do get caught out with the rain, I'll do what I normally do, take the profile all the way down. So these will be bungeed a bit lower down, and basically repeating that 4 times on all the corners. So basically imagine my hand's the shelter, it will come down. So just like I've done before, the profile's lower and you're more protected if there is any breeze blowing the rain sort of underneath. So obviously, as always, the lower the profile, the more protected you are. But of course, sightings is coming in really comfy and I can stand up, which is great. So I'm now standing on my fire pit. This has been a fire pit a number of times before, but always fill it back in, LNT, leave no trace. And before I leave, it will return to look exactly the same. But I'm going to prepare the fire pit now and also procure some more wood. Okay, here's some standing deadwood that I left there from last time, but it's also near to a white willow that's obviously died off. But the way it's all broken, it sort of tends to break and then lean down, which in turn means that it's away from the ground. So if it does rain, there's less chance of it getting sodden with water if it's in that sort of position. Okay, I've prepped some of the fire pit. I made it a bit smaller this time, but here's all the wood, and what I need to do now is sort and grade it into sort of kindling, first stage, second stage and third stage wood. But here I've got the old fungi, cramp balls, which can be used as tinder. I've got some tinder anyway, but you can break them off, put a spark. That feels quite dry actually. I'll scrape a bit of the flat shell off and see if, just for the sake of it, use it as tinder. Yes, and notice the injury. I was lucky actually. I mean, I'm really safety conscious with everything, you know, the ground, not treading on grass and then creating a loop where your other foot gets caught in it and you sort of trip over. You know, I'm pretty safety conscious, but I just lined up some wood over there, and as I was actually getting this into position, turned around to get another piece of that, and it actually just sort of fell, and the pointy bit, I saw it coming and it just sort of grazed my head, and it was only a light skin, but it's obviously swollen up a little bit. But hopefully I won't sort of lose my memory. Hopefully it won't make an effect so I lose my memory. Hopefully it hasn't done anything where I lose my memory. Hopefully, where am I? Okay guys and girls, got the firewood all sorted, as you can see. More heavy duty stuff, but the light stuff, thin stuff to get it going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try that out, put a spark on that, get it glowing, and I don't know if you can see, just up there I've got some dried goosegrass cleavers, so hopefully try that and see if it gives a spark and then gets the dry cleavers going. But I have actually got these, I don't know if you've seen these, but I acquired a pack of those from the 99p shop and I've actually given them a test run and they're really good. They burn for a long time, and basically it's a bit difficult to sort of get the strike going, but once it's going, just one little stick, you can see you sort of break them off. Once you've got your tinder going and you put one of those with it, or just strike that and it starts to burn, one stick burns for about, blimey, about 4 or 5 minutes at least. So you know, it's a handy little bit of stuff to have. But we'll give that a go now. So you've sort of seen me fire pit and wood before, but at least I'm sharing it with you on this Sunday bank holiday weekend. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, what I'm going to do now is try it with the cleavers. Okay, hopefully you can see, just sort of under my index finger, you see it smoking a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow it and see if it catches. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, spot on. Right, let's hope that takes. Should do. Bit of faffing around. All we need is a few of those bits of kindling twig to take, and then we're away. Come on, just a few bits. Actually, I'll just show you one of these. Obviously I'll get it struck there. Let you see how it burns. So basically, if you use a fire steel to strike a bit of, say, cotton wool, and then the flame that comes off of that, put it straight on to ignite that little bit of stick, and that's it. You can see it's still burning away there, look. It's impregnated with something, there's no aroma. I don't know what it is, it sort of seems a bit waxy. But then put your kindling on that, job done. Okay, while I'm waiting for the fire to take a little bit more, I'm going to do some jacket potatoes in the coals. So when the flames settle down a bit, I can then wrap them in foil and put them in the coals of the fire. And then also I've got some strips of belly of pork, and they've been marinated in honey and maple and spices. So I'll cook those on there as well. But meanwhile, I'll just show you this bag here. Canadian geese are pretty wild round here at the moment. Sounds like shotguns going off when actually it's geese flying over or honking. But anyway, back to this bag in here. It weighs about 750 grams, which isn't bad for a self-inflating mat. It's plastic bonded on the PV foam that's inside. But I'll show you later on when I've got it in situ. Under the basher, but yeah, nice and compact, small. Okay, jacket potato, another one over there, so I've got 3, and then just there are the
belly of pork strips. I see in the cling film, but you can see all the seasoning. So I'll either put those mushrooms in a mess tin and just set them on the coals, or I might make a tray on this foil. I'll just see how the coals go and the best way to cook it. Yummy. Okay guys and girls, look at that butter melting on the jacket spuds, and then pork. Just had a nibble of it and it is really nice, with about 20 exclamation marks afterwards. So, hope you can see, got a little hanging glow stick type torch. I've got a glow stick over there, you can just about see it, and it's pretty naff, so I'm glad I did bring that with me. So anyway guys and gals, I'm going to tuck into, as I call it, piece de resistance. Yummy. Okay, I think I'm going to finish off the night. I'm going to be up for a little while yet, but I think this is the last thing I'll film. Kettle's on the boil. After being on some hot coals, it took about 7-8 minutes. So that's just utilising the fire for tonight. Make myself a cup of tea, got some biscuits to dunk, and geese have been flying over. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the fire while sipping my tea, and I might go for a walk over there in the dark where you can't see. If I don't film anything else, I'll catch you in the morning. Okay, now it's Monday morning. Last night was a fresh but mild night, and I was sitting around the fire just wearing my trousers and vest up until about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then eventually I'd gone all over washed with the old wet wipes, and then put a clean t-shirt on, and then just this fleece for the rest of the night. But when I came to sleep, put a softy jacket and trousers on, and then this two-season, class as two-season Tropical Army sleeping bag. The early daylight hours this morning, it did rain a couple of times, sort of intermittent showers, very light, nothing sort of too drastic, nothing too heavy. Although today it is prospected to rain. There's still cloud cover. It breaks up here and there, a little bit of sun glimmers through now and then, so maybe the light breeze might sort of blow the cloud cover over and stop it actually from having any really sort of heavy downpours, or if any rain at all, because I would have thought it would have actually rained again by now, but it hasn't so far, so looking pretty good. Okay, well, that gosh, good girl. And here's the mattress. That I used last night. It's just over about an inch thick, 3 centimetres, and you can see that the plastic covering, the sort of membrane, is actually bonded to the sponge, so it doesn't actually separate. So that's pretty good. There's a valve either to deflate, sort of compact it up, roll it up, as you saw previously when I had it in the bag, or else obviously release it and you can inflate it. So this isn't its natural inflated pressure. I actually
did blow a bit of air in there to make it more a little bit more springy. But you can see sort of with my height it's about 1.6 meters, but normally these sort of mats, normally they're about either 1.2 meters or 1.8, but I was lucky enough to come across this one. The price was originally, I think, just under £20, but it was in the sale for 13 quid, so I thought result. And I was looking for another mat. I didn't want to actually spend too much on a sort of a high-tech sturdy one, but I wanted something that was lightweight, that was nearly my body length, and what I'm missing sort of shoulder height, that's where the pillow goes, so I'm still insulated all the way from the ground. Okay, you saw me using this yesterday. This is something I've acquired recently. It's just a basic generic stainless steel machete. What I did, I improvised the scales. I just got a thin-edged domed file and then just got the edge of it and just filed in some grip parts here, because this is, I mean, I like the handle, it's nice. It's just got a nice look to it. Drilled a hole, rebaited the hole as well, put some lanyard in, bit of paracord, so it's nice and strong hold in the hand. Basic sort of synthetic-y Cordura style sheath, big belt loop. Improvised it with a plastic tie cord and then carabiner, so then I can put it on my belt loop. But it's got quite a strong clip as well once it goes in, so that's quite secure. Sometimes these clips, especially on sort of budget price knives and sheaths and what have you, can be a bit loose, but that's nice and sturdy. And got that from my mate who runs a gunsmith shop, and that was £14. It's mostly just sort of kitchen grade knife, stainless steel, but give it a few test runs at home. Same with the mat, did that a test run. So basically I fell asleep on the mat with my machete next to me. No, not really, I'm kidding. But mine's just the sort of thing us bushcrafters do when we buy new kit. It's like, yeah, kids with new toys. But of course it's not a toy, it's a very important implement and tool that we use outdoors. So I don't very often use an axe, and I like something which has actually got a couple of purposes, where the blade end, sorry, the handle end of the blade can be used for carving, which is what I did to whittle the top of this. Got me scourer drying, put that over there, which I use for that. So it's sort of quite a multi-purpose blade really, and it wasn't expensive. Okay, I'm going to take this sleep kit off, this softy kit, and tidy up the floor space, and then make myself something to eat. This one, fold it in half all the way along, and then just roll it up to the end of the valve and slip it in that bag. So that's it all rolled up. Obviously then do up the valve so the air doesn't go back in, so that's now sealed, and I'm going to wrap these two bands round to keep it all in situ, rolled up, and then put it in the store bag. Okay, just a few little bullet points here. Remember I said to you one of the last times that was the remainder of a plastic water holder like this one, which obviously is a bit thinner, and this one got damaged where the handle was, so I cut out the top and then used that as a reinforcement sort of container to insert this in. And now I've just emptied, I only had a little bit of water left because I didn't want to procure it this weekend, so I just brought it with me. There was about 5 litres in there. This holds 10 litres, but you can see I've now folded it up, That's all nice and compact, and that goes in the rucksack. Still got 2 litres. I never ever leave myself without water, and I'm not just talking about sort of a little sip. You know, if something were to happen while I'm still here on the island, I then obviously have to procure the water, because I've got a millbank bag which I can filter out all the sediment and boil the water if necessary. But I've got 2 litres in here, so that's going to keep me going for the rest of the afternoon. I think we could be in for some rain soon, so I think I might make a move before I actually have to travel back and paddle back in the rain. So a couple more bullet points to come. My 100 litre dry bag, and in that is going to go the rolled up self-inflating mattress, softy trousers, softy jacket. There's a mozzie net in here which I didn't use, but I brought it just in case. Sleeping bag, all compacted up in the stuff sack. Microfiber, lightweight, really absorbent. It's about 1 metre and a bit. You've seen me use that before anyway, a couple of about 6 months ago. That was featured. And then wash kit in there. Dog coat, she didn't use that, so she's been quite warm without having to use this overnight. Multi-use headwear buff, that would go in there as well. Waterproof trousers, hat, waterproof jacket, all of that would go in that dry bag, because obviously clothes need to be kept all nice and protected. But I'm going to keep these out much more on top of the rucksack here, or in the back of the canoe, because I just felt a few little drips tapping on the old tarp. But I think with a bit of luck, so it doesn't look too bad. But I'll be making a move soon, so I think I'll shut shop, leave no trace, tidy up, and paddle back to my put-in. Fire pit made good. Oh, and then teed. Even a little stalk growing. Cool, it's planted and started to grow even before I've left. And kit ready to go. And so is the dog. You ready to go in the canoe now? Yeah? You're going to make a move now? You're going to go back to put-in? Good. Okay, off I jolly well go. Just a light bit of rain, got me a waterproof jacket behind me. I must rebuild up more moisture with a little bit of perspiration paddling back than I will actually any rain that's coming down. You can just see the little specks. It's not very much. If it gets any heavier, then I'll put the waterproof jacket on. Anyway, so thanks for joining us once again on the Wild Camp. A few extra little bits of stuff basically on what I've been doing on this little excursion. So I'm going to paddle back now before I've got about an hour's paddle to put in, so hopefully heavens won't open and I'll get back reasonably not too wet. Okay, once again thanks for joining us, and I'll catch up with you in another video soon. Cheers.